Alright, quick update on the game. The people generator idea. I have made it so you can actually have female characters. And they can also get into relationships as far as marriage goes. They can't have kids yet though, but they can acknowledge if they're married, in a relationship, or single. Like she's married to Hayes Ishmael Giles, and her maiden name is Yikes. So there's that, and then there's also a character number call that's just for my own personal purposes right now. But yeah, they are in relationships now, which is one step closer to getting into making kids, and then getting like families built together, and then populating the cities with something procedural and something that I'd be happy with. So yeah, married to Winter Katrina Zoo, and there's like I wanted to say the population count for this generator right now is at about 1,000. So there's probably no chance that we're gonna see the guy and the girl who are in relationships. And see, he's only dating somebody, so they don't share the same last name. But the females, if they are married, will share their last name of their married name and then their maiden name as well. I want to say, there we go. Okay. Been having some skin problems lately with this, where sometimes the character skin will be either the first default setting, which is character view 0 or whatever it is, and it becomes a problem. It sometimes repeats the person who just left the screen still, so it's still a little buggy, but it works. It's working for the most part, at least. And then the female designs have like see-through belts and necklaces for some reason, and well, that's just a easy fix. And this is initial. She's married to Ishmael, and then her maiden name is actually Ozzy, of all things. So yeah, that's the people populator as it stands. I want to get a interior design for the town generator, so I can actually have the buildings, because I don't remember if I mentioned this yet, but the buildings are actually, I had them at like 7 or so, like 7 or 8 buildings per square that would appear and disappear depending on the roads. Like if the roads were there, then some of the buildings wouldn't appear. If they're not there, then they would appear. But I was having problems trying to figure out how to get the invisible buildings to not be activated without having to spend 1,000 years. And I just determined that I could just have 4 buildings per square, and they always be active. They'll just stretch a little bit to cover the empty ground when a road disappears. And yeah, once I get that done, I have the modular walls and floors that can interchange to make different buildings for commercials. Commercial buildings for the downtown area. And then after that, hopefully I'll be able to start working on the houses and industrial parts, and just kind of create an explorable area. But as of right now, all I have for this is it makes guy and girl, they can get married or date each other if it randomly chooses, and I have the town without interior stuff. It's just the buildings have been updated to better get the arrays ready for designating each one a specific purpose. And I might actually make I still need municipal parts, so I might actually make the downtown area have randomly, each part of it might randomly be chosen for each municipal area, which will help. That'll kind of fill in the gaps, so you don't have too many stores in the downtown. But that's pretty much it. I've just been working on this. This was the other night, not tonight, that I finally got that fucking relationship thing figured out, but last night. And now I just kind of modified that to where instead of marriage, they can also be in the regular just dating scene. And then I thought of the maiden name idea too, because I thought that was pretty cool. Decent addition, at least. So we'll see how this works. Again, it's still buggy, but it's super early stage. He's married to Verna Thule, which yeah, I'm still working on name ideas, but Thule seems like a good one. And then just like Arthur and Conan could be a good idea, but it feels it just seems a little too obvious. I want to kind of introduce them in the game instead of just be like Arthur and Conan. People look at it and be like, oh, we get it, Arthur Conan. It's fucking play on Sherlock Holmes, Arthur. And oh, and there goes Miguel. He is single. And so yeah, I got all the got a bunch of different palettes for each one. I don't know what else is new. Bailey Short, blah blah blah. She's dating Alexander Yo-Yo Dumas. I always get really entertained with some of these names. Okay, this is so this purple guy isn't actually the first character skin. The bald one is. But sometimes, man, sometimes he'll show up and just be weird. So he was Fulp. Sometimes when I see the same skins on the screen, I panic. But this guy is not. This guy's Ed Regan. Ed Luke Regan, married to Sierra Regan. Nice. Oh, see you later, Eduardo. So yeah, I don't. Nothing new to report after this. I gotta start writing. Get a whiteboard or something, and just start listing all the shit that I just need to keep track of what I need to work on, and then remember to write notes in your code so you remember what does what, because some of that shit you might forget, because it's gonna start piling up if we keep it at this rate. So do that, and that's probably it as far as updates go. So yeah, okay.